you're not in this chat. We'll send it to you somehow. Better put in the chat. Somebody send that to Kesha. Yeah, it should be sending right now. A_Will_GBO. Whoa. Dude. Those are fucking clean. Holy shit.
Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. ACC play gets started here as both of these teams start what they hope will be a chase for a conference championship. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
There is a lot to prove in Tallahassee this season. Coach Mike Norvell has answers after a disappointing 5-7 season. They got the upset in Week 1 against Alabama, but it was not a strong season after that. Fans in Doak Campbell want to see if they can get back on track and become one of the powerhouses they once were in Tallahassee. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
Absolutely.
So SMU's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They think there's room to run to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Escapes the pressure to his right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going for the big play. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Got a little grass.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. He goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Fires to the tight end.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Direct snap. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The give to the left. Could be an alley. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Mustangs. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
When I'm a cornerback and I'm playing zone and specifically cover 3, I got deep third of the field, right? The defense is going cornerback in deep third, other cornerback in deep third, safety in the middle of the field. So I got to get deep, make sure I'm playing my zone. He does an unbelievable job understanding that, playing zone, breaking on the football, going and getting that INT.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. To the air, it's Jennings. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on third down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Now rolling to the left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Extending the play. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I can throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's there to make the stop.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And as a QB, you got to make these split-second decisions and how much mustard I put on it. Do I throw it hard? Do I lob it? Right there, you could tell he threw it hard, but too far in front of his wide receiver, and he really didn't have a chance to make that play. That's one of those I think they'll probably want back.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is...
It's a seam wide open! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to escape, turning it on! He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab over the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Fires on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now from inside the red zone. Pressure coming on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Mustangs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Escape. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Really nice job there by the defense. because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns.
And the returner goes down.
And it's Texas State, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Makes the catch at the 30. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a look. Oh, it's a running room. Touchdown Seminoles. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Coming out with it, it's Carter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Steps away. Zings it complete to the right. It's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. And the Knowles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Knowles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Breaks into the open. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Might have a chance. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Oh, they're after him, and down he goes.
Hey, listen, this guy is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, but you have to know when the play is over. And that time, just trying to do too much, trying to make too many people miss, reversing field, counting on that speed to be able to outrun the defense, but...
Caught, and he's got room. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. Scrambling away. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
As many as you want, man.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Gets it to the back. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes, but man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the first down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play later on in this drive.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Mustangs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
35, Florida State, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like, he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with the W.